Questions 11 through 20 on the 2021 Grade 8 Gauss Math Contest. In the diagram, PQ and RS intersect at T. If STQ is 140 and PTU is 90, what is the degree measure of angle RTU? Well, let's see here. We've got 140 from there to there, and since this is a straight line right here, P to Q, that must mean that this is 40, this angle right here, since 40 plus 140 adds up to 180. Okay, by opposite angles, this angle in here is the opposite of that 40, so it must also be 40. This angle is 90. They've given us that with this little symbol here. So that means that this angle will also be 90 from there to there. So that means that this angle is 90 minus 40, and that is equal to 50, and that is the angle that they want, RTU. So number 11, the answer is C. Which of the following is the sum of three consecutive integers? Three consecutive integers would be of the form x plus 1, x plus 2. And we want the sum, so we add them. And when you do, it becomes 3x plus 3. Factor out a 3, and you get 3 times x plus 1. So obviously, the sum is some multiple of 3. Which of these numbers is a multiple of 3? The only one is D. So number 12, the answer is 21. Which of the following circle best represents the information in the bar graph shown? Yellow looks like 8 to me, red is 4, blue is 2, and green is 2. So that means that yellow, red, blue, and green, when you add them all up, it would be 16. So the total is 16. So immediately I can tell that yellow is half, right? 8 is half of 16. So which one of these shows yellow to be exactly half? The only one is E. Everything else shows yellow to be either less than a half or greater than a half. So just based on that observation alone, number 13, the answer is E. A whole number has exactly 6 positive factors. One of its factors is 16. Which of the following could this number be? All right, so 16 is 2 to the power of 4. The number of factors is basically the exponent plus 1. So in this case, it would be 4 plus 1, which is 5. We want something with 6 factors, so it can't be 8. 32 is 2 to the power of 5. The number of factors is the exponent plus 1. In this case, it's 6. So that is the right answer. Let's just keep going here. 6. One of its factors has to be 16. Well, 16 is not a factor of 6, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense since 6 is less than 16. 49, well, 16 is not a factor of 49. 16 is a factor of 48, but let's see what we have when we break it up into its prime factors. It's 2 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of 1. It's 48. And if you use the rule, it's 4 plus 1 times 1 plus 1. That's the number of divisors, factors, and that's going to be 5 times 2, which is 10. So that's much more than 6. So the only one that fits the bill is number 32, which is choice B for number 14. The measures of a triangle's 3 interior angles are in the ratio 1:4:7. What are the measures? So we'll call them x, 4x, and 7x. And when you add them, of course, they've got to equal 180. So that means that 12x is equal to 180. So x is equal to 15. If x is 15, then this is 15, and this is 60, and this is 7 times 15, which is 105. Those are my 3 angles, and that is D for number 15. The 7 numbers 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100 repeat to form the following pattern. What is the sum of the 18th and the 75th numbers? 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100. These are the 7 numbers, right? So every 7th number, it will just be 100. This is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then it just repeats. So this will be the 7th number, it'll be the 14th number, and so on. So the 18th number, I just got to go back to the beginning. If this is the 14th number, this will be the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. So the 18th number will be a 10. So that's pretty straightforward. Now the 75th number. Well, you can count it, or you can just say, well, it looks like every multiple of 7 ends up at the 100, and 70 is a multiple of 7. So then I can just count with 71. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So in the 75th number, that's going to be 25. And they want you to add up these two. That's what they're saying, sum. And of course, 10 plus 25 is 35. So number 16, the answer is E. Gaussville's soccer team won 40% of their first 40 games. Then they went on to win N games in a row. At this point, they had won 50% of the total games they had played. What is the value of N? 40% of 40 is 0.4 times 40. And that is 16. So then they add on another N wins. And the total would be 40 plus N, right? This represents the wins. This represents the total games played. And they're saying this is 50%. So this is basically a half. That's the equation. So now we just cross multiply. It'll be 32 plus 2N. And this would be 40 plus N. So this would be N is equal to 8. And that's it. Number 17. The answer is D. In the diagram, the circle radius of the larger circle is 3 times the radius of the smaller circle. What fraction of the area of the larger circle is not shaded? So the large radius I'll call big R, small radius small r. So what we essentially want is the big circle, which is pi r squared, the area, minus the small circle, which would be pi small r squared. And then we have to compare that to the total area of the large circle, which is pi big R squared. And this is basically the formula. Initially, the pi's will cancel, so all you're left with is just big R squared minus small r squared over big R squared. And then we use this fact that big R is essentially 3 times small r. And that would basically allow us to eliminate one more variable. So I'll put that in here, 3r squared minus r squared over 3r squared. So this becomes 9r squared minus r squared over 9r squared. That is 8r squared over 9r squared. The r squareds cancel, and all you are left with is 8 over 9. Number 18, the answer is A. Asima and Nile each think of an integer greater than 0. Each of them performs the following operations on their integer. They double it, then subtract 10, and then multiply it by 4. The sum of their results is 440. How many possibilities are there for Asima's original integer? Let's call them A and B for Asima and Nile. First, they double their numbers. Then they subtract 10 from those results. And then they multiply the result by 4. So multiply by 4. And then what they're doing is adding them, and they're saying that is 440. Okay, I think that is correctly done. So let's do this here. This is 8a minus 40 plus 8b minus 40, and that's 440. So that's going to be 8a plus 8b, and that's going to be 520 on this side. Divide through by 8, and you'll get a plus b is equal to 65. So if you were to make a little list, A and B, and kind of run through integer values, the smallest A can be is 1, right? That's the smallest integer. And when that's the case, B is 64. And then you just keep going down, and at the very end, the smallest B could be was 1, and when that happens, A is 64. So it looks like we have all the possibilities from 1 to 64, all the integers. So that's 64 possibilities. And therefore, number 19, the answer is A. Ruby and Sam each roll a fair six-sided die with the numbers 1 through 6 on its faces. Sam subtracts the number on his roll from the number on Ruby's roll. What is the probability that the result is a negative number? We have Ruby and we have Sam. So each person has 6 possible choices, right? So I believe there's going to be 6 times 6, 36 possibilities, which isn't that many, so we can write them all out. So for example, if Ruby rolls a 1, then Sam could roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when you do their operation, which is Sam subtracts the number on his roll from the number on Ruby's roll, this is what you'd get. So the first one, you get 1 minus 1, which is 0. And then 1 minus 2, which is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. As you can see, that's what you're going to do. So I'll just write them all out, and then I'll come back and talk to you about them. Well, when you perform this operation, I'll just put the positive or negative or 0, because we're just interested in negative. So we're basically getting this kind of scenario here. Over here, 3 minus 1, positive, 3 minus 2, positive, 3 minus 3, 0, but then you get negative, negative, negative. Here, 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Again, positive, 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 0, and then negative, and then negative. And then the next one, it looks like positive, 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 0, and then finally a negative. And then all of these are positive, I believe, except for the last one, which would be a 0. Okay, so now let's count up all the negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 of the 36 are negative. And in lowest terms, dividing top and bottom by 3 would give me 5 over 12. So number 20, the answer is B.